Nintendo Switch. I'll show you what's going on. And they said it was a port, but other than it being pretty dirty in there, I'm not seeing a lot. There's some wiggle in there, so maybe. Yeah, there's a little bit of wiggle I wouldn't expect. For grands, let's see what's doing. I'm actually going to lower my amps to, and let's go to 2 amps. We'll take it off quickly if there's anything. So take a look at channel 1 and follow along. Switch it to kind of a more useful scene. And a 0.08 steady, so that tells me not a whole lot. Alright, we're going to have to disassemble this one and figure out what's going on. We removed it from the housing and we're ready to take a look at it. Switch it over to the microscope. So first thing I want to do is some visual inspection. Right now I kind of suspect this is just a port, but it's worth taking a look around. Seeing if there's anything else suspicious. The current draw kind of has me thinking port, because that is not a typical current draw for other known faults. I guess we can do some testing, but I think it will be skewed by the port. But we'll run through it anyway. We'll start where we normally start. Right by the N92 T36. The first thing we'll test is the capacitor that links to Pi 3 USB on the other side of the board. Okay, seems fine. Now we're going to test the signal lines going to N92 T36. Okay, we definitely have a short right there on that third one. So we have an N92 T36 problem. That is not ideal for me because I just put in my order and I'm out of them. Okay, let's test our test pads. Of course, this could be still port though, so, but I doubt it. Okay, everything's testing out. I'm especially thinking M92 T36 with nothing shorting on those rails. That's not to say we don't have a port problem. I am going to inspect that closer. No, it's out the housing too. Okay. And test this big capacitor. This side is the side that goes to the Pi 3 USB. And it's fine. Okay. So it looks like we have an N92 T36 issue. But I want to take a closer look at this port. Because I don't want to throw an M92 T36 on there. and it turned out to be a port causing it to die. That is some wiggle in there. Let me grab even the dorked up one. Should be able to tell us that there should be, yeah, there should be really no movement in there. Let's look at another one. Yeah, that should be dead solid. Yeah, we're getting some definite movement in there. Okay, we should not be getting any movement in there, so we're going to go ahead and pull the port and then we'll test again just to be sure about the N92T36. Before we get rolling on this port, so my expected temperatures for this job while I turn on my equipment. Okay, switch it back to microscope. Make sure you're in view. We will be doing what we always do. We will flood the area with low melt and go from there. Good pull. Don't see anything copper on there. That's a good thing. Flip the board. Make sure we don't have any bridges. So negative on the bridges. Alright, we'll test again. Just to make sure the readings we were not getting, were not because of the faulty port. Okay, we remember which capacitor was short. And it is still short. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to check one of my donor boards and see if I have any good N92s on those. Because like I said, I'm completely out of stock at the moment. I will consult the boards and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm taking a look at the donor board right now, and this one appears like it's going to be okay. Checking all signal lines to it. Remember, if it has two lines going to the chip, one of those is going to be ground. So it looks like it's checking out okay. That doesn't mean it's good, but we'll pull it and attempt to use it. Go from there. Alignment seems good. Test to make sure we have no shorts. And I'll be right back. Apparently they were impatient, so back to it. We want to test. At least as far as shorts go, now we have the CPU cap shorted. Well, that ain't gonna work. That one is not gonna work, kids. I Let's pull that one and make sure that short goes away. That is not good news. Okay. Not shorted anymore. That's good. Okay, so that one's not going to work. Let me consult my boards one more time, and then we may have to message the client and let them know it's going to be a few days before I get my new shipment in. Okay, it's about 3 days later, and my chips have come in. There's a new chip right there. And we can get this job finished now. First thing I need to do is put this chip back on, or put a new chip on. We're going to warm the area thoroughly before we concentrate in. It's a cooler day today, so I don't want to shock or bend anything. So. Okay, let's start concentrating in now. Oh, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. I should probably get back to microscope. Sorry. Okay, I'll clean up more off screen, but I think we're clean enough to do a test. Alright, see if we get anything resembling normal behavior. That is not the behavior we're looking for. That is saying either dud chip or misplaced. I really don't need dud chips in my life today. Okay, we'll try another chip. Fantastic. This is becoming a major issue in the Nintendo Switch space. Check that fuse real quick just to make sure I'm not getting trolled. I know it wasn't bad when we checked it last time, but I just want to make sure it isn't now. No. Okay. Super exciting times. Alright, let's cool it off a bit. Check it in. Switch you over. Okay, that's more normal. And that's more what we'd expect. Okay, let's grab our battery squid. Make sure she's appearing to boot. We will activate with our OEM. That's for that channel. Channel 2. Okay, looks like it's booting. That's good news. Power off. Very good. All right. First dud chip out of the pack. Ugh. Not a great start. Anyway, I'm going to clean this up off screen. I'm going to put it back in the housing enough to test, and we'll go from there. Okay, we're ready for a test. Known good battery. Have to turn the power on for it to work. Okay, full battery symbol. And full boot up. Fast charging on one side. Let's try the other. Whoa, what is happening here? Let me unplug that. That I've never seen before. Okay, my LCD is fine. What in the heck was that? Y'all see that? That was weird. Try again. Okay, full battery symbol. Okay. Let's do the other side. Fast charging on the other side. Sure like to know what the heck happened with the video. Strange. My battery just got loose or something. Alright. Anyway, we're going to power it down. We're going to reassemble for the most part. And let it charge on its own battery. And then we will perform some more tests and hopefully not end up with another weird video issue, because this thing could end up having greater problems than we are equipped to deal with, if that's a problem. Anyway, we will see what happens. Okay, we're back. We're charging up on their battery. We're only about 3%, but I want to check, do some testing. My Joy-Cons. is not picking up that one. At all. Okay, I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to go ahead and do the internet. Good gravity, what is going on? Let go. I'm going to go ahead and do the internet test. It is picking up all our networks, but I'm going to have to shut it back down and pop it back open and see if I can figure out why it's not picking up that Joy-Con. We'll be back. Okay, we're back again. The Joy-Con ribbon was not plugged in entirely. Well, that plugged in rough. Alright. Now we're both hooked up and working properly. Okay. I'm going to take this back off screen and then reassemble. And we'll let it charge a little bit longer. And then I do want to see this fan kick on too. That'd be best. But I want to let it charge a little bit longer. And actually, we could form a game test real quick. I've not had another graphical incident, but and it's picking it up. Awesome. That's good. Alright, so everything's checking out so far. We'll put it back together and we'll set it for the dock test once it's charged a little bit longer and go from there. Okay, as you can see, we are docking. Switch you to capture. The fan is working as well. Apparently I'm having problems plugging in cable tonight. It was partially unplugged as well. So everything is checking out good. We are charging both sides. We are charging again with the one M92T36 port, and everything is looking good. Okay, in summary, we had a Nintendo Switch come in with a bad port. We pulled the port, did the testing, figured out we had another problem with the M92T36. Unfortunately, I just put it in an order for M92T36 chips and I didn't have any in. So I had to let the client know that it would be a few days. So it took about 3 business days for them to come in. We changed the M92T36 after pulling the port and testing. We changed the M92T36 with a new chip, and only for it to be the first one out of the package to be a dud. So we had to pull it and put another one on. That one's working fine. We reassembled with some minor complications with some cable cable issues of plugging them in properly. My issues. I had to take ownership of that one. Otherwise, it seems to be working out fine. I have not since had that graphical issue I had before. It may have been because the fan wasn't plugged in and it was getting hot. Anyway, everything seems to be checking out now. I'm going to sit here and let it charge for a while longer before I hit the sack for the evening and make sure there are no issues crop up. But I assume everything's going to be pretty much fine. We'll deliver it in the morning and bill them later. And that's all there is to this video. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions about the equipment I used in the video, take a look in the description below. If you like this type of content, hit the like button. And if you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll know when I post a video, which is about twice a week. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them, or direct you somewhere that can answer them. And that's all I really had to ask of you. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the channel support, and we'll see you next time.